Hey everyone. Yeah, so I wanted to do a video on how to have less stress in your life because obviously stress is a bad thing. Stress is one of the big killers. Bad stress is bad for you. So we all need a bit of stress, just to get us going, get us up, and get us motivated and stuff like that. But when it gets a bit much, then we don't want the old stress, do we? So it's nice to be in a high vibrational state where we're nice and motivated, we're nice and disciplined, we but we're not stressed out of our minds. We don't want to be stressed out of our minds. So I just wanted to give us 10 effective ways to de-stress, depending on your preferences as well. So take some of this, leave some of it, fit it to your lifestyle and get started right. So number one, so one of my favorites, deep breathing and meditation. So you can do this in 5 or 10 minutes a day, or you do it a couple of times a day. I've sometimes meditated for over half an hour, 40 minutes, and do some guided meditation. So yeah, just find some meditation that you like. I like Dr. Joe Dispenza, so I'll stick that on YouTube, and yeah, it just helps to calm me down and slow down my brain, which tends to go at 100 mile an hour a lot of the time. So yeah, it calms down your nervous system, lowers your cortisol, your stress hormones and stuff like that. Next one, right, physical exercise. Do whatever you can do. If you can go for a walk, go for a walk. If you can go to the gym, go to the gym. If you want to take up fencing, martial arts, Pilates, yoga, anything like that, stretching exercises, bit of boxing, anything like that, then anything that gets the endorphins going, makes you feel better and reduces your stress and anxiety. Like I said, reduces that stress hormone, the cortisol in your blood. So that's next one, physical exercise. Number three is less screen time. We've all got a way of checking on our phone how much screen time we're doing, and I think one week I checked and I'd done 24 hours on YouTube. I was doing a lot of learning that week, but I was also probably on some entertainment stuff and just watching for the sake of it and just like binge watching stuff really and getting sucked into being a consumer of content. Just remember that if you're kind of scrolling for hours and hours and you didn't intend to, so it's all about intentionality. It's not necessarily very good for you. So just check yourself. Just be mindful about how you're spending your time and if it's serving you, or if it's actually working against you. So taking breaks if you're working on a computer, visual display unit as we used to call them. Not sure if that's still a term, or any kind of screen really, because we've got real life out there. We've got beautiful plants, trees, nature, animals, insects, all that kind of thing. And so yeah. And when Vicky and I were in Greece years ago, actually, we were watching these three ladies, these three friends around the table outside bar, and they were all sat there together on holiday, but they were all on the phones, just like getting sucked into whatever they were consuming, just scrolling and all that kind of thing. And if you've ever seen like a kid or a teenager on a phone on TikTok, they'll just be going through like 10 videos every few seconds and then stopping, and then there'll be a scroll stopper. So it's just it's quite intense, all the inputs we get these days. So take a break from it, take a digital detox, if that's what you want to call it, and just start to reduce that mental fatigue because all the inputs going in. So disconnecting from screens is another way of de-stressing successfully. That's number three. Then number four, listen to some music, and I don't mean it's obviously horses for courses, but more like tranquil music, like classical or whale sounds or sounds of the ocean or something like that. Just something to slow down your heart rate and shift your mood and again reduce your cortisol and reduce your stress and all that kind of stuff. Not as my mum would say, the headbanger music, um, or rave or metal or anything like that. That's not really might relax some people, might relax a lot of people, but what I would suggest is some nice tranquil, chilled out music, really, just to slow things down, lower BPM. Yeah. So next one is writing. So having a diary, a journal. Me, one of my nanas used to tell me, ask me if I got a diary. So we were writing in a diary when I was young, and then later on, I think we're calling them journals these days. I'm not sure if that's something we say in the UK, but journaling. It's getting how you're feeling down, getting your plans down, getting things out of your head, planning ahead. Say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's all good stuff. Getting your worries down on paper so you don't have to think about them, they don't have to be front of mind. And then doing some gratitude as well. You could have a separate gratitude journal. Because when you're focusing on the good, the things that you've got, then you're not going to be able to focus on the negatives. So this can help you to think about your emotions and really deeply explore them, and address them rather than suppressing them, and then also gaining some clarity on where you are and being in the moment more as well. As you're writing down your thoughts and feelings, you're in the moment thinking about it. So you're not just kind of casting it aside and getting on with your day to day, because we get so many inputs. Next one is people. Yeah, so connecting with people. Maybe you've got a specific friend who you can really talk to about things that are bothering you. And it can give you a fresh perspective, change your paradigm, different way of thinking about things, and emotional relief. So connecting with people, family, friends, colleagues, relatives, that kind of thing. New people, new groups of friends as well. They said that you're going to be like the 5 people who you spend the most time with. So if you want to change yourself, if you want to be a person who's stressed less, then if you're around people who are stressing all the time, that can rub off on you. There's energy in things. Then you might want to change some of the associates you've got. Next one is spending time in nature. So spending time in nature, just getting out there, doesn't have to be necessarily hiking, but just going for a nice brisk walk or a nice slow walk, just being out there, just these baby steps, depending on your situation, to help to improve your mental well-being. So lowering that cortisol's key. You don't want that in your system too much. Next one is doing something different. I put down here creative. It could be anything. Could be taking up crocheting, knitting, painting, drawing, creative writing, picking up an instrument like guitar, cooking. It's like I like barbecuing. Vicky does pretty much all the cooking in the house, but outside of the house, that's kind of my domain with the barbecuing, really. So yeah, that can help you to focus on something different to your work or your business or whatever, and absorb that attention and lower that cortisol, relieving that stress. So yeah. Next one is mindfulness. So one of the techniques that I learned is when I'm walking, I'll be feeling the ground under my feet. I'll be maybe you know, having a feel of relief or something like that, or, you know, a branch, or pick up a stick and, you know, feel how the texture of that in my hands and stuff like that. Recently been doing a mindfulness and bushcraft course, which has been good. So we've been whittling and batoning and, you know, creating, making fires and stuff like that, which has all been good. Cooking on fires. It's doing some breathing exercises as well, which has been good. Making shelters. So anything like that, where you're doing something different, to what you usually do, can be a breath of fresh air. Yeah, so just getting out there and doing something and taking a moment for yourself, being kind to yourself, is cool. Right, so and we want to be focusing on the present. The past is gone. We can learn from the past, but we don't want that, you know, coming up all the time where it's holding us back and the old paradigm wanting to, you know, shape us and our story going forward. Really, we want to be able to reinvent ourselves, and we have different chapters in our life as well. So yeah, we want to reduce that worry about the past or the future, and then having a laugh. You know, so yeah, creating new experiences, having a laugh, getting that dopamine kicking in, and, you know, just sharing good times with people. Really, being a bit silly, I suppose. You know, just yeah. But I think as human beings, we're here to experience things, and that's how we gain knowledge in this life. We're all having a human experience. We all experience things differently, and I think we should share these experiences together. So yeah, drop your comments in. Let me know how you like to relax and de-stress, and, you know, take some time for yourself and spend time with loved ones and everything. And I'll see you next time.